Hey!
Hey.
Do you know what's going on right now?
No.
It's our 10K special. We promised everybody we were gonna do it. What are you playing? 3 houses?
I'm trying to get a different colored title screen.
Oh, okay, so you'd just rather do that than a proper 10K special.
Well, you know, Trent, I could do a proper 10K special.
Or I could use the warp staff.
Or I could use the warp staff.
I could come up with a big brain strategy to try to get my thief to the main boss without her killing any of the thieves or having to run into people who can capture her. Or I could use the warp staff.
Or I could use the warp staff.
I'm a green unit. I use the warp staff.
Or I could use the warp staff.
Or I could use the warp staff.
Now I could flee this crime scene through the window, or I can use the warp staff.
Or I can use the warp staff.
You know, I could do something productive today. Or I could use the warp staff.
Or I could use the warp staff.
Or I could use the dancers. No, wait, fuck. Or I could use the dance of the goddess. No. Or I could use the rescue spell. I mean rescue staff. I mean rescue drop. Or I could use the warp staff.
Yeah, or maybe you can help me get out of this pitfall trap. Please?
Or I can use the warp staff.
I could subscribe to BizQuickMix. Or I could use the warp staff.
Or I could use the warp staff.
Or I could use the warp staff.
Alright, now hear me out about this, guys, okay? We could let my boy Kevin use the warp staff.
Or I could use the warp staff.
Zach, you've been one of my best friends for like almost 4 years now. Congratulations, dude. I'm completely fucking happy for you, dude. Because you told me to. Warp staff.
Or I could use a warp staff.
Or I could use the warp staff.
New chapter. Now I could spend the next 45 minutes painstakingly plotting out each individual unit's movement, enemy weapon type, damage calculation, and support positioning.
Or I could use the warp staff.
Or I could use the warp staff.
Or I could use the warp.
Or I could use the warp staff.
Or I could use the rescue staff.
You know what? We have the warp staff. We can get Crockett over there. I just need to make sure that this knight dies. Come on, one shot. Perfect. Like, literally perfect. What the fuck? No. Dodge. Margaret, dodge!
Boom! What do you think of that for a 10K special? Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. You just kind of froze in place after you said I could do a proper 10K special. I just assumed that you had a stroke. Or I could use the warp staff. What does that mean? Well, it's like it's stupid. Never mind. Subscribe for more Monkey Man. Wait, what?